Hi guys, this video we're having a look at the Neca series 11 Predators figures, or Predator, whichever way you want to say it. I will apologise now, probably why the fact that I haven't had a lot of videos out lately. I've had this set for a little while now and I just couldn't get inspired to do the video. I'm sorry. I'm just getting a bit fed up with what Neca is churning out at the moment, and I wanted to have good things to say and positive things to say, so I'll try and be as positive as I can, but I just cannot bring myself to get excited about this set. As with the last set and probably like the set before that, I've got the Predator Final Battle set to do as well, to do that video. I've had that for quite a while. Just been a little bit uninspired to do the video. I'm sorry, but I'll do it obviously, and I'll get out there as quick as I can. But let's have a little look at these guys. What we have in this set is the Thermal Vision Dutch Wasp Predator and the Battle Armour Lost Predator, or the, what's the other, Borg Predator they called him as well, didn't they? Yeah. So what we have here is obviously the version of Dutch through the eyes of the Predator. He's doing his heat vision. A Neca battle armour, designed battle armour Predator from Predator 2. And of course the Wasp Predator from Batman Dead End, the fan-made YouTube amazing video. For me, the Wasp Predator is the signature Predator of this set. So let's just move these guys aside and we'll have a look at our Thermal Vision Dutch. So on the packaging, obviously we have Predator. I keep saying Predator. So Predator Thermal Vision Dutch, over 20 points of articulation, includes M16 with grenade launcher, pistol and knife. Deep in the Central American jungle, the Predator is hunting humans for sport. Armed with his plasma caster, wrist blades and cloaking technology, the Predator methodically stalks and kills the opponents who he deems worthy. The jungle hunter Predator collects the skulls and spines of his victims as trophies and skins his prey, leaving the bodies hanging from the trees. When a special forces team is dispatched on a rescue mission, they soon become the Predator's prey. And of course you've got the Wasp Predator, Thermal Vision Dutch and the Battle Armour Lost Predator there. So I'm not going to go over the articulation too much with this guy. That's been done a million times in a million other videos. That's why I'm saying I'm a little bit bored of this. I shall do a video of all the Dutch figures just for a comparison, and that way if people who are more sensible than me only want to have one Dutch, then you can obviously have a little look at them all together and choose which one you like. So like they say, you get the gun, you get the little pistol, and you get a knife, which are all of course just green versions of what we've already had plenty of times already. So like I say, I do apologise, I'm not going to get excited about and do much on this, you know. It's just another version of the same figure we've had plenty of times already. Okay, we've got the paint on there, which it just seems to me like one of the most least effort figures that Neca have churned out. They've just changed the plastic going into the mould, and of course just splattered some paint on the front. So I mean, what are we going to have, Neca? Are we going to have, you know, when the Predator was going through the various different visions, cold, movement and all that, I guess what they were, are we going to have a cold version of him, you know, for that microsecond that it flicked through the different spectrums? I hope not, Neca, because this you could have got away with this as a Comic-Con exclusive or anything like that, but sorry, it just looks absolutely stupid next to all the others. Yeah, thanks for that, guys. So let's have a look at the Battle Armour Lost Predator. I'll just grab his packaging. So, oh, hold on, sorry, it's all got mashed up there. It says over 25 points of articulation, includes sword, sheath and throwing disc. So on the back it says, the lost hunters, a clan shrouded in mystery, travellers of both time and space. The predators exist to hunt and they adhere to a strict code of honour where defeat is equal to death. So he's also known as the Borg in the green, weapons, throwing disc and sword. So again, I'm not going to bother about the articulation. I'm sure I say the 25 points for articulation because that's been done in a million different videos. What we have here is what Neca have decided to do a modification to the Borg, the Lost Predator we saw at the end of Predator 2, and decided to give him battle armour. Oh yeah, sorry, I got to think of things to say. Right, what I will do, actually I'll do a video comparing him to the other Lost Predator, just so we've got that comparison going on. But again, what are you going to do, Neca? Are you going to decide that the Boar Predator had a mask? Oh, sorry, unmask? Are you going to do what he looks like underneath his mask? Are you going to do an Elder with a mask? You know, just make your own mind up on what you're doing on that. They've given us the throwing disc thing, which came with the AVPR Predators, and like we say, it's got this laser sword thing. I guess that's some sort of laser going on there, which goes into his back. Sits nicely in there. We have his little plasma cannon, which comes separately in the packaging, which I don't know, for some reason could have just come attached, and this great big hunk of plastic on his back there, which I can only assume makes him quite immobile or affects his hunting. I don't really know what to say. I'll go into his details and all that a bit more when I do the comparison with the other Predator. Sorry, with the other Lost Predator. I'll do a comparison of both. But for me, you know, again, Neca, why? You know, have you just decided that this is what the Predator at the end of Predator 2 looks like when he's got his mask on and stuff? It's come from no actual, you know, canon. It's just, they just decided that this is what they're going to do, so let's do it. And finally we have the Wasp Predator, which I'll just quickly grab his packaging. So it comes with over 25 points of articulation, includes spear, staff, with impaled xenomorph head, and there's a big red in the background of this packaging. And on the back it says, a member of Big Red's clan, the Wasp Predator is a ruthless hunter whose flesh tones and skin patterns resemble them of the flying insect. He has even customized his bio to match. Armed with wrist blades and a unique spear staff, the Wasp routinely decapitates his victims and mounts the severed heads on atop his spear. When not hunting with Big Red, the Wasp takes flight in his customized blade fighter vehicle. His sole purpose is to hunt and exterminate every xenomorph he finds. Cool. Does that mean we're going to get a blade fighter vehicle at some point? Right, now, my biggest problem with this figure, straight away I'm going to tell you, is this hand just will not stay on. There's just nothing there. It's just, I'm just literally resting it to keep that on there. But for me, this is the only figure of this series worth getting. Looks absolutely fantastic, obviously with all his black and yellow paintwork. Again, articulation, there's no point in me going through it. If you want to know about the articulation on these figures, because this is like the 5,000th Neca Predator being released, there's plenty out there. to be honest. I'm just going to take this off with his hand still attached to it, just so you can see this. This is the part. Obviously, this hand shouldn't be on there, but this is the part that sells this to me, to be honest. The xenomorph head, absolutely brilliant. I've got all these gooey bits going on in there, and the blood trickling down, and it's gone quite saggy as well. I love it. But again, that might just be because they needed to get it into the packaging that they keep producing these figures in. That just fitted nicely along that little curve at the top of the packaging. But that's just me picking holes, and obviously got all the webbing and tape and things on there, so that's cool. The Predator, there's nothing new for me to tell you about the Predator himself, apart from obviously the paintwork. I love the blue in it for some reason. The blue really gives it that kind of, yeah, I guess a waspy look to it. But for me, this is the figure you want from this series. I'm not too sure. I'm going to double check. I'm not too sure off the top of my head whether he had a mask on in the Batman Dead End video. I'm not too sure. I might be wrong. I hope I'm wrong, because if I'm not, then that'll be another figure that Neca brings out, the unmasked Wasp Predator. Yay! But I think I'm wrong. I'm not sure. Actually, off the top of my head, I'm not sure, so I'm not going to say. So of course he stands alongside Big Red and the Albino Predator, which I'll do a separate video with all them three together as a bit of a nod to the amazing video, short movie that is Batman Dead End. So that, my friends, is a look at series 5064 of Neca's Predator figures. Sorry, series 11, I'm just getting a bit too sarcastic there. Thermal Vision Dutch, Battle Armour Lost Predator, and the Wasp Predator. So that, guys, is that. I apologise that I'm not very upbeat about this, but I dare say you're watching this as well thinking, oh, here we go, same figures again. But you know, I'm sorry, I can't get excited about it, because I'm just fed up with just doing the same figures again. We've got the aliens to have a look at, and I've got a few more Freddies. Well, you know, I've got plenty more to do. I just needed to get a bit inspired just to start doing some more videos again. But I promise you, now that Christmas is out of the way and everything, and I can get on with doing videos again for you. So as always, I really appreciate all you guys that have recently subscribed, and the guys that have obviously subscribed and keep watching my videos. So I really appreciate that, guys. You take care. Please comment. If you haven't subscribed, please subscribe, and I'll catch you guys all again soon. All the best. Bye bye.